How do I talk to my buyers about how I'm going to get compensated after August 17th? Hey, it's Peter Chabris at Lockbox, where we're focused on crushing commissions and cash flow. And today we want to talk about a very important topic that I know we're all thinking about, and that is, how do I actually have conversations with my clients about how I'm going to get compensated come August 17th? Well, that is the big switchover day, right, for us to start implementing the NAR's new changes to compensation rules. And I want to share with you kind of a Jedi sales technique to make sure that you are paid correctly. And the Jedi sales technique in our business is called expectation setting. I'm a firm believer that the more time you invest on the front end of a relationship, setting expectations, the easier everything becomes on the back end. So how does that correlate to making sure we get paid when we're representing buyers? The first thing in expectation setting is agreeing to your value. Different conversation, but once you've identified what you do for your clients and how you agree to value, you want to have an agreement on what you're going to get paid with your buyer, and then explain the various scenarios that you could get paid. The seller pays for it, the seller pays for some of it, the buyer pays for all of it. You want to know ahead of time how this could actually shake out. And then before you go any home that they're interested in, you want to confirm what compensation, if any, is being offered by the seller. If it's anything less than what you've agreed your compensation is worth with your buyer, you've got to notify your client prior to the showing. That's really important. Prior to the showing, notify them what the buyer compensation is that the seller is offering and what the gap may be that your buyer would be responsible for. Now, this is really important. Once you've quantified the gap that your buyer client may have to bring to closing if it's the right offer, memorialize that in a text or an email so that there's no surprises once you get the contract going. If you do get under contract, here's another Jedi tip. The next thing you want to do if your client is borrowing money is put a group text between you, your buyer client, and the lender explaining all the things, the price and the terms, and how much money your buyer will be compensating you, or how much of your compensation will be being paid for by the buyer. That way there's no last minute bombs that blow up in your face when the buyer forgets that they had to compensate, or the lender didn't know they had to bring some money to closing for your compensation. We want to have all that happen on the front end. So this way there are no surprises or last minute things that blow up your deal, or undercut the amount of commission compensation that you've earned for this transaction. So the next question comes, well, how do I find out from all these listing agents what they're compensating? That's a question for another time. We'll answer that in another email. And in the meantime, I'll see you in another week. Thanks for watching.